Dodger could have.
All right, good evening all. Good evening, good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. We are in the Elder Scrolls Online tonight. We are doing a kind of a special stream tonight. We are celebrating my friend Sue, celebrating her life. She passed away, and I figured since she loved playing MMOs also, everything from World of Warcraft to Elder Scrolls Online, might as well kind of dedicate a stream to her, who in 2015 is when I met in World of Warcraft, and we became friends ever since. So, to you, Sue, thank you for being my healer. So, tonight's going to just be kind of a relaxing night. We're going to kind of be probably all over the map on stuff. I'm just going to kind of go through how, Sue and I became friends and stuff like that, and a little bit of personal stuff and personality came through. So, just kind of sit back, relax. It should be a good night because it's going to be good times remembering a good friend. So let's get the show on the road. I know she kind of, would get lost in dungeons left and right and stuff like that. And I always would joke with her that the interesting thing about playing with Sue is you get to run everything twice, because we would take so long to complete a dungeon just because she would get lost. So, just one of the funny memories. So, one of the dungeons that she liked to run a lot is Kings of the Grotto. Fungo Grotto 1. So, to give you a little background on Sue and I just had moved from Los Angeles, California to Henderson, Nevada. And let me pause this ad break here. And just came off of a divorce. And at the same time, the guild I was in World of Warcraft, Killing Spree, pretty much imploded on itself. It was a pretty big raiding guild at the time. And so, needless to say, that guild pretty much collapsed and ended up kind of guildless. And I was on one of my low-level tunes in Elwyn Forest fighting Hogger, the good old days. And just getting my butt smacked around. And Stu came in on her priest, and she pretty much one-shotted him, and I got the quest completion. She helped me out on a few other quests. Then she's like, I see you don't have a guild, and you want to join ours? And I told her what happened with Killing Spree and all the drama and everything. And she said, oh, we aren't like that. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So, I said, sure, join the guild. And then, after that, she's like, here's the Discord, come join us in Discord. And did that, hopped in Discord, talked to some of the people there. Rest of the crew, people went to bed. Sue stayed on. And she said, so what happened? I said, I'm like, well, the guild imploded. Just moved from California. I'm barely got a roof over my head, barely have a home, and I got about $100 in my account. And she's like, oh, divorce? I'm like, yep. She's like, oh, I've seen it all. And Sue, she was a nurse, so she saw everything in life. She did that for like 25 years. And so we became good friends. So we stayed on, chit-chat, and ran some other stuff. And she was a late nighter. She liked to stay up late and play her stuff. She liked card games, and she liked puzzles, word puzzles, and stuff like that. So anyway, so we played World of Warcraft for about four years together. And then with WoW doing what WoW does best, changing everything around and everything just becoming a massive grind for gear and stuff like that, I threw my hands up in World of Warcraft and said, I give up on this. Can't deal with this stuff anymore. And went back to Star Trek Online. It was free to play. And then continued to talk to Sue, and every night we'd chit-chat and everything, and she would always come into my Discord channel and be like, howdy. I'd be like, howdy, howdy. What's new? And she'd just be like, nothing new. I'd be like, yeah, same here. Just working. And then tried to get her hooked on Star Trek Online, but it was kind of difficult for her. So I decided to give Elder Scrolls Online a shot. And because when Elder Scrolls Online came out in 2014, it was a pile of shit. It was just garbage. So I pretty much gave up on Elder Scrolls Online. It was so bad, I'm just like, I really want my money back. So in 2019, I logged in again on Elder Scrolls Online, and they fixed a ton of stuff. And I was like, holy cow. Just with everybody could play together, whether I was a level 20 and I was playing again with a level 50, it was one Tamriel. They had done a lot of major updates and had fixed everything, fixed a lot of things in the game. Added quest markers and stuff like that. So I'm just like, wow. So I hopped on Norelia here. Say hi, Norelia. Hopped on her. So I hopped on her, fired her back up, and started completing stuff, and I'm like, wow. This game is really kind of fun. And realized that there was only 50 levels. Then they had, champion points and stuff. And veteran points, I believe, is what they were called. And then they changed them to champion points. And I came in just as they had changed them, I think, in 2019, roughly, I think, to champion points. It really didn't matter. I wasn't level 50 anyway. So I started playing Elder Scrolls Online. I liked the graphics. Graphics were really nice. And, compared to World of Warcraft, I was like, holy crap. I'm like, this is great. So, and Sue was looking for a new game also at the time. And Elder Scrolls Online had a free to play weekend, ESO Plus for free, and I convinced her to download the game, and she did, and she started to play it. And then she liked it over the weekend, and she's like, it's a lot less complicated than World of Warcraft, where you're staring at your action bar like this. You have 5 buttons here that you're able to press. And she liked it. So we started playing together. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. So when she first logged into the game, she was a little shocked at the detail of the Elder Scrolls Online, the female body parts and stuff. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I bet you like this game a lot better. And I'm like, just kind of smiled. I'm like, yeah, So she would give me a hard time about that. And, and she's like, do they have pets in the game? I'm like, yeah, they got pets in the game. And she's like, do they have different types of mounts? I'm like, yeah, they got different types of mounts. And she's like, oh, okay. So she started collecting all the pets. This is typical Sue. She would collect all the pets in the game and the mounts. And costumes and everything like that. I remember one night I picked up a costume for Norelia and had it on her, And Sue popped in, the usual, howdy, howdy, howdy. She's like, I'm logging into the game now. I'm like, okay. We'd meet up, and Norelia would have a dress on. And she'd just go, Grumpy, are you feeling okay? She's like, Norelia's got clothes on. I'd just be like, I'm like, I like it, you know? And just funny stuff like that.
Signal when ready.
Because if there's a skimpy outfit out there, she knew I would get it, one way or another. If I had to run a dungeon 100 times, she knew I would get it. So then speaking of running dungeons with her, she would get so lost. You know, we would end up running the dungeon twice because we'd have to go back for her. And by the time we got everybody situated where we needed to go, we would have to get rid of the ads again. So you're essentially running the dungeon twice. Oh, and I would get so frustrated with her. And she would just say, look on the bright side. You're getting double XP without the event. You know? And just awesome. It was so fun. Because I would run as a tank. She loved to heal, her being a nurse. And I'd be her pocket tank, and she'd be my pocket healer. And oh, she would frustrate me so much at times. She liked to run ahead as a healer, you know. That gets you dead really quick. So she'd run ahead, and she would pull like half the dungeon, and then she'd bring them all back to me to pull them off of her. And she's like, well, I just wanted to loot, and there was a flower up there that I needed to loot for my tribute game. And I'm like, you just pulled half the dungeon. You know? And I'm sitting here going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You know, trying to round up all these ads. And yeah, it was just comical at times. So, but yeah, she was a great person. And just someone that was always in my corner, no matter what. You know? And she was old school. You know, there's nothing wrong with a hard day's worth of work and doing an honest 8 to 9 hours of work, which was nice to hear from somebody. And I remember when I lost my job in Vegas, and you know, this is after 4 years of talking to her and getting to know her and stuff. She basically offered me a room if I couldn't find a position or a job in Vegas. She said, I have an extra room out here, but you're going to have to work for it. You know, there's stuff that I need to have fixed up around here and so on and so forth. But, you know, I have an extra room in my house that I would be willing to let you use while you search for a new job. So I said, that's great. You know, fortunately, I was able to find a new position. And she said, that's great. And she basically told me, she's like, hey, I'm glad you've got a new spot, new job. And she's like, proud of you. And I'm like, great. So she was always in my corner. And I remember her telling me, too, at the same time, that when I got my contract up here where I'm currently at, she's like, that is a great spot that you've got. It's a great opportunity. Really proud of you. But keep your mouth shut. Keep your sarcasm to yourself. And you'll do just fine. I'm like, thanks. And you know, so she's like, she was always in my corner. It was great.
Please don't fetch and get me killed.
And then even when I bought my house, Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks you for the follow. Even when I bought my house up here where I'm currently living, she's like, she's like, I'm really proud of you. You just made full time at that job. You bought yourself a house, and she's like, just remember, keep your mouth shut, and you'll be there for a very long time. You could probably retire. So, and then she's like, all right. She's like, what color are you going to paint the house? And I said, I'm like, I'm not quite sure. I'll probably do a light color because I'm not a dark color person. Ouch. And so we picked out she helped me pick out some colors. And started painting the house. And here we are, Ow! So, I mean, great person. So we ran this particular dungeon quite often. Dot this guy up. So she liked running this because I guess it dropped tribute or something like that for the game that she liked to play inside the game. And so then we talked about our personal lives and stuff, about what happened with my ex-wife, and what happened with my girlfriend and stuff like that. And she was good support through everything. So, all right, there we are. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, we ran this dungeon a lot. And she actually showed me a trick on how to beat the first two bosses, then just go straight to the last boss. So, but and I think that's what we like to do. So, and like I said, I recently found out about her passing away, and I went on to the mortuaries.
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Website, and found the wall that was dedicated for her, and I had a tree planted in her name, because she was just a real person, and those type of people you don't find very often, with them being your helping you out and supporting you. I mean, we became friends to where we would be sending each other birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. So And it's funny too, because she would name all of her tunes after her pets. She had a dog named Izzy, so her tune would be named Izzy, Isabella, Isabella Lala, and, you know, Izzy 1, Izzy 2. And she had a couple of cats also, so we would obviously exchange pet pictures. And we talk about that, and she'd have a tune named Kit, Kittenia, Kitten. So she was also a altaholic, you know, kind of funny. I'd be over on vacation, and she'd be texting me, "Hey, did you catch the ESO grand reveal for the next expansion pack and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Sure did." You know, I'd be overseas, over in Thailand with a girlfriend, and I'd be watching it, you know, the ESO, you know, reveal for the next expansion at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And Sue would be texting me, "Hey, did you catch that?" Be like, yep, you know. And it's just funny. And she's like, "Shouldn't you be in bed?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Well, yeah, technically, but, you know, just like her." I'm like, "Well, I want the free pet." And the mount and the costume. So yeah, you know, we stayed in touch a lot, you know, and she would come into my Discord and she'd be, "Howdy," howdy, "What's new?" "Same stuff at work." "What's new with you?" She's like, "Nothing new." She's like, "My nieces are at it again." I'm like, "Oh, family drama, you know." She's like, "I got another cat." You know, and I'd be like, "Oh boy." So she loved her animals. Dog named Izzy, cat named Tom, another cat named Blue. So, oh, there's my reinforcements finally. Gonna dot this guy up. So, she was a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I believe. So she'd go to the ball game all the time. She would video call me and say, "I'm at the ballpark, I won't be on for a while." And I'm like, "Are they winning?" So, oh, there we go. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. So, I'm just glad everybody's showing up. You know, tonight is kind of my closure to a 9-year friendship with my friend Sue, who passed away. So, and like I said, she loved the MMO games, and this is kind of one of the ways I think she would approve, you know, doing something fun, and I just have good memories.
By the ebony blade, this is it. We found the shrine.
So, to you, Sue. So this is my second tune that I have created on this account. So, first tune, her name's Nariana. She's a tank. And if I'm on her, we'd be here all night. You know, trying to get through all these ads. So, I figure to make things a little bit easier on myself and to cut through the ads, the bad guys in the dungeon would be to hop on my DPS tune. So, but technically that dungeon can be done in about 10 minutes. But we're just chillaxing and
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
having fun. Usually I'll be streaming Baldur's Gate 3 on Reyna and finishing up the Cursed Lands and stuff tonight, but we'll do that tomorrow night. But I wanted to give a tribute to my friend who's passed away. Alright, so what was the other dungeon she liked? Oh, yes. Yeah. The Vile Mance. She liked that one, too. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. She liked this one because it was quick, and the ads don't have a lot of health, and there's a second level to it where you fall through. And she said she always got like butterflies in the stomach whenever she fell through that. So we're going to go ahead and run this. Might be cleared out. It is a Friday night, and this gets farmed a lot. So oh, and she would drive me nuts too. And I think I know where I got this habit now. So I'd want to do a quick run through a dungeon to get the XP. Well, as I'm clearing the first set of ads and got that all cleared, I'm looking around going, where's Sue? Where's Sue? And she's back here doing what I'm doing right now. She's looting everything. And I'd have to tell her, I said, I'm like, look, I'm really tired tonight. I want to get through this dungeon. I said, so no looting. And you want the XP, right? She's like, yeah, I want the XP for my little tune. I'm like, okay. I said, no looting. She ignored me, of course. And I'd be like, Sue, I told you, no looting. She's like, I'm sorry, I just can't help it. Because, you know, everybody knows I'm a loot goblin inside of Baldur's Gate 3. So now I'm looting everything. You know, so I think she rubbed off on me. And it's just one of those things when you play with somebody for such a long time, you're like, well, I got to loot everything now, you know? That they rub off on you. You know, I don't need any of this. But I'm still looting it. Right? Right, Mary? So,
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
but she would get so lost in here because of the map. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, really? I'd be like, we're going to need to put a GPS on you, you know?
All right, don't cry for money.
That's right.
Moving.
But you know, like I said, we started playing together in World of Warcraft, and gosh, I think by the time we left World of Warcraft, we had 25 tunes on Cairn, and 25 tunes on Paranolde each. So we had close to 50 tunes in World of Warcraft. And we both just basically said, you know, we can't keep up with this, with all the changes and all the daily grinding and everything like that. And we're just like, you know, our time, you know, just,
They're coming for us.
you know, it became more of a job than just having fun.
You'll never have enough of that.
And well, whereas Elder Scrolls, when they release an expansion pack,
Keep your guard up until
you don't necessarily have to change your gear out if you're just a casual player. You know, you don't have another 10 levels to go to get new gear. You know, I mean, like the gear I'm running on Aurelia right now, is it best in slot? Oh no, not at all. But like I say, I'm welcome in. Thanks for the follow. You know, I was talking to Sue about it, and she liked it. She's like, yeah, I can keep my same gear, and I don't have to grind another level, and I can just do the storylines and, you know, enjoy them. And not have to grind 10 levels every time there's an expansion pack. And I said, yeah. You got to get to, what is it, CP 160. And then, you know, you really don't have to do any more grinding. But if you're going to be like a serious raider, of course, you know. But, you know, we both had guilds that pretty much imploded. Raiding guilds that imploded, so I mean, she was the main healer, I was one of the main tanks, and it's like, but that was becoming like a full-time job too. And as you get older, you know, your priorities in life change. So, but yeah, she and I would run this all the time, this dungeon here, just for the XP. Quick, easy gold, the ads don't have much health, and good XP. But it does get farmed heavily.
I need aid.
Yeah, don't we all? She did like her wine coolers, though.
Buoyant armatures.
you know, then
This should help.
we'd talk about our animals and stuff like that too, you know.
From the side. Can never have enough of that.
She'd ask me questions about cars and about computers and stuff like that. I'd help her out when she'd have computer problems too, which was, you know, which was great. And she would help me out, you know, if I had some medical questions or something like that. 'Cause she was a nurse, and you know, she'd help me out with that. And you know, I like to write short stories, so whenever I had a medical question or a question about a, you know, what would you call this type of wound, it'd be like, you know, medieval, you know, stories, fantasy stories, Elder Scrolls Online type of stories. And I'd ask her questions, and she'd be like, oh, you must be writing a story or something like that. I'm like, yeah. You know, like if somebody got stabbed with a sword, would it just, would the blood squirt out, or would it just pour out, or what the deal would be, you know? And she'd be like, well, it depends where in the body, you know? So she was my medical advisor on that type of stuff as I write these short stories for her. And she would just be like, okay, you know. But, you know, it's just one of those things that happens in life. Where, you know, just people pass away. And it's, you know, really too bad. The good ones always leave, you know, way too soon. All right, so we've taken out all the bosses so far. We'll go down here. We'll finish this one, and then we'll do the event, and then come back and fall through the... Oh, nice.
Really don't like your odds.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Let's take care of them here. And, you know, I could run through this probably in about, you know, a lot quicker than I'm doing it, but I'm just relaxing and kind of just using this as a way of letting everybody know about my friend. How much fun I had playing with her. Oh, there's the... That's where we would drop down, but we have one more boss. Oh, I remember one time we ran through here, the first time I ran through here with her, and she ran right into the hole and dropped right down. And she had to go back to the beginning. She had to teleport out, go back to the way shrine, and come back in and meet me up here because she fell down. It was a typical Sue maneuver. And even after, as I said, watch out for the hole, she's like, oh, too late. I'm like, you fell down the hole, really? And she's like, yeah. And I just went,
You're like a legend of Beck.
I'm like, okay, you know. I'm like, it's fine. Let me dot this guy up. But yeah, she got taken out by this guy here once. It was kind of funny. I was laughing at her a bit. I'm like, he is like the easiest boss. And she died. It was funny. I laughed. The dino got her. Okay, now we can go down here. Man, it's been a long week, to say the least. Oh, we got somebody else in here with us, huh? Oh, he's a tank. He's drawing all aggro. He's running away. But yeah, Sue would be like, why is he running away? We just killed all the ads. Oh!
I'm scared too.
Norley is not scared. She just got knocked around a bit. Now she's laying into this guy. Alright, let's go get our loots.
Nice hole.
But, oh, what else about Sue? Oh, yeah, so when I told her that I was going to start streaming, she basically said, you of all people, with your charming, grumpy personality, you're going to stream? She's like, oh, I got to see this. She's like, I'll pay good money to see this. So she's like, oh, so you're gonna become like Lucky Ghost then? I'm like, Lucky Ghost is Lucky Ghost. You know, he's another streamer. He's a big time streamer. I said, nobody can be like Lucky Ghost. We're all unique. And she's like, really? You're going to stream? And she's like, all right, let me know when. And she's like, I'll be your first watcher. So I texted her. Said, I'm going live tonight, my first stream. I'm like, you know, nervous as all get out. And she's like, you'll do great. Don't worry about it. You'll do great. And when I hit affiliate, I was able to stream more and be more comfortable at it. I think I had a total of 5 people online one night, and she gifted every person that was online a subscription there. That's just the type of person she was. And I was surprised. You know. But that was just her. That's how she did things in life. She was a very giving person. So, hey, thank you for the follow. And yeah, she was just a good person. Hard to come by those today, these days. But you know, she took a hiatus from the game for a few months, and she's like, then she came back because she would go on her little vacations and stuff for a while. 'Cause she was retired, and she'd be like, "You're still streaming?" I said, "Yeah, I'm still streaming." She's like, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm like, I think I'm doing pretty well." And she's like, "That's great." So she would hang out and stuff, you know. But in the end, her health was just giving out on her. And, you know, she was on less, but more at the hospital, and she was telling me that too, that, you know, she's like, "Yeah, I watch your replays of your streams when I'm at the hospital," and I'm like, "Oh, you know, you kind of know what's going on with that." And then, you know, it seems like she got her health under control, and then she was on more and so forth, and we started doing stuff again. And that's when we would be talking about the newest expansion pack and stuff. You know, talk about what's going on in life. So. Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in, MP. I'm having a beer in her name, so. But yeah. Sue is definitely one of my main champions. So, like I said, great lady. I don't know if you just came in or if you heard me earlier, but I was going over some of the antics that she would pull on me. Like, she would pull the whole entire damn dungeon and bring them all back to me, and I'd just be drinking, you know, my water or drinking my beer, and all of a sudden this horde of ads comes running at us. I'd see Sue fly by me, and I'd see all these ads coming towards us as I'm doing one of these, like, drinking, be like, "Oh shit," you know, I have to put the beer down and start rounding up the ads so the whole entire party doesn't get wiped. You know, she would do it on purpose. I know she would. And she admitted to it too. Yep, beer. I'm having an IPA, and it's called Sockeye. It's not bad, but, you know, prefer the one from last week, the stout.
Opportunistic harvesting.
So how's your day going, MP? What kind of beer? It looks like it's a kind of like a Sierra Nevada type of color. I don't know if you can see that. You know? And it's an IPA, and it's called Sockeye, after the fish. Nice. So what did you end up doing tonight at the gym? Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, we gotta go get this boss over here. Dangio or Sangio? Take it you're having wine. Yep. Here's my bicep. This is my bicep workout tonight. You know. Yeah, that's my bicep. This takes a lot of effort. I mean, it's pretty thick glass, you know. You and your kettlebell fetish. Hey, this burns a lot of calories, you know, going from the desk, you know, to here. I mean, you got to place it just right on the coaster. So, you know. Great hammers, yes. Oop. You know.
I think I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Oh, there's another one.
This is a fight metal.
So you basically do the great hammers with the kettlebell, then, kind of like hammer curls, right? Is that what you do? Thank you for the follow.
They're coming for us.
All right. So we'll go ahead and make a right turn here. But see, right about now, because I'd be talking to Sue if she was still here. Be like, hey, I bet all the criteria to become a Twitch partner. She would laugh. She'd be like, well, what are the standards? I said, I guess they're higher than what I am at the moment, you know. You know, and I mean, I got a clean shirt on, and I've really cut down on my swearing and cussing in game. You know, but maybe it's because, you know, I'm having an adult beverage. Yep. See, when I used to do it, I used to do the hammer curls like this, you know. Just obviously arms at the sides, but for demonstration purpose here so everybody can see. You know, just kind of lock them in at the side and just do your hammer curls. That kind of hurts. Right? That's a Sue comment right there. Standards. Hey, the shirt's clean. Okay, there's nothing on it, and you know, I really haven't said a really bad word tonight. You know. You know. I'm really not worked up yet until I like start, you know, getting clobbered in the game. So Hey. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in all. Welcome in. Like I said, this is exercise. Going from the desk up to here, you know. That is a curl, literally. Yo, yo, welcome in, Icy.
Never used to fight this out. Till I met you.
So how you doing tonight, Icy?
Here.
All right, we're going to clear these guys out, then go to the boss. But yeah, good times. You know, Sue and I would run this, and she would get lost in this area right here. Now I'd be waiting at the final boss in the dungeon, waiting to clobber it. And nice, Stone, nice. Glad to hear that. Yeah, and she would get lost in this area. She wouldn't know which way to go, like this way, then she'd go this way, and then she would pull all these guys, and then she would do one of these and, you know, run towards me. And I'd have to pick them all up, you know.
Alright, don't cry for mommy.
How are you doing tonight, Stone? Oh, that hurt. Nice. Monday birthday stream. Awesome. Yeah, I'm talking about my friend Sue. We used to play World of Warcraft together and Elder Scrolls Online together, and I found out she passed away, so I'm kind of doing a tribute stream about her and about some of the antics that happy birthday, dude, that we would get ourselves into.
Get back, you betcha!
Yeah, happy birthday, Stone.
Ready for some teamwork?
So, why are you on Icy Wings? Is that a test account that you're on, or? Oh, you didn't like the Necrom chapter, huh?
Can never have enough of that.
Right? Gotta loot everything. Ah, Monday the 13th. Gotcha. Yeah, Mr. Stone Cold Killer sounds much better. Kind of hard to find a good name, you know? Heck, I think I redid Narayana Zone a couple of times. First it was like Narayana, then Narayana TV, and people couldn't remember it, and people were like, dude, can't you make it something easy? And then just kind of like hit me. I'm like, Narayana Zone, because anything and everything can happen here, you know? Like, a cat could jump up on the computer. Not like that's never happened. Or you know, power goes out. So it's the zone. You just never know what you're going to get. So what are you going to stream on the 13th? We're waiting for the boss to spawn, by the way. Oh, okay. What time? Uh-oh. What happened with that? Call of Duty is dead to me. Oh, it doesn't sound good. Oh. Gotcha. Hmm.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Too many cheating people. Gotcha. Oh, nice. You're gonna go see your lady over there, huh? Well, November's your start of your winter, right? So that's like good timing for you. Oh. Yeah, one of my friends over there, she just got married, and she told me all about the ceremony and the dowry and all that stuff. It's pretty traditional, from what I understand. and from what I've heard. So, I mean, they take their getting married ceremonies pretty darn serious, and yeah. And what are your thoughts on it? Maybe I did permanently kill this boss. You should have respawned by now. Good man. You got to take your time on these things because it's a pretty big commitment, you know. You got to make sure, you know. Oh, well, the requirements for you moving over there are are not that stringent. I've looked at it before. And as long as you're bringing in an income of like $2,200 a month, and you're not going to be a burden on the Thai retirement system, then it's pretty easy peasy from what I was reading. You know, if you meet the minimum requirements, they don't have, you know, they're pretty easy about it. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the boss, but she's beaten the boss before, so maybe he's not going to respawn. But he should, because it's a dungeon. I don't think it's locked out forever. Unless it's bugged out type of deal. But he should spawn here shortly. Well, hi, Duke. Hi, Duke. Well, not my fault you pigged out at dinner and you can't, like, move around very well right now. Silly cat. All right, we're out of that ad break. Boss is not here, so we'll move on. But no, like I was saying, you know, definitely think about it and talk about it. And I mean, I checked out the retirement requirements because my ex over there, she had some property, and we had planned on developing that over the next, 8 to 9 years and make it a nice little retirement home for us. But that kind of fell through. So, I mean, for us here in the States, I would have qualified for full amount of Social Security. Then I got my other retirements too, and it would not have been an issue for either one of us to have retired over in Thailand on her property and have a nice house there and be done and over with it. But we won't go into that mess. Alright, so I guess I did permanently kill the boss and can't complete it because he hasn't responded yet. Respond. Oh, yeah. I think that's his head right there. Okay. Oh. Come on. There we go.
A nice little present from Beck, eh?
Right? Are we stuck? Nope, we're not stuck. There we go. See, had my friend Sue gone after that chest, she would have fallen off. So. $200 mil on your warlock? What? In ESO or World of Warcraft? I'm not following you there, Stone. Oh. Wow, you must have been playing ESO for a long time and been in one hell of a trading guild. It's a lot of gold. I think between my two ESO accounts, I think I have a total of maybe 35 million gold. So, you must have been playing since, like, the beginning of the game, like when it came out in 2014. It's pretty impressive. What does this tune have, by the way? Oh, yeah. So she's just walking around 97K. A lot of gold. Yeah, a lot of people did. After Wrath came out, the game just kind of went downhill. So, Wrath of the Lich King came out. Then I think it was played that. I was the main tank for our guild. Sue was the healer. And Wrath came out, then Cataclysm came out, and that's pretty much when I stopped playing. When Cataclysm came out. Then I picked it up again, because Sue, she said I should try the expansion pack, not the Warlords of Draenor, but the other one where all the demons came in and invaded Azeroth. And that's when I started to play it again with her. And then I think it was Battle for Azeroth. That came out, and we both just kind of threw our hands up and gave up on it. They came back to Elder Scrolls. Because BFA just sucked. So, let's see. Yeah, blood DKs were pretty much indestructible because you could throw all your diseases on them, and then there was one ability that all the diseases would pop, and the damage that was done would go back to you as health. So they were, blood DKs were like almost indestructible. Because they did some updates and patches, and what was it? The Frost, and then what was the green one? I forget what the green skill line was called, but those two were like DPS, and they made Blood the tank line, I believe. So we're gonna go to Bargrave here, and we're gonna loot the inn. She would loot the thing every night. Right, Blood, Frost, Unholy. Yep. Obviously, Blood was red, Frost was blue, and then the Unholy was the green line.
Some mad squids broke into Gazmod's collection.
So pretty much every night when Sue would come online, we would hit this inn here and we would loot it. Loot everything. Ooh, crafting material. Book. Right, the ghouls and stuff like that. You could summon. I think if you spec'd into it, you could have like 8 or 9 ghouls or something like that would show up. Is what I would do is, like, when we had a boss fight and it wasn't going well, that's when I would summon my army of ghouls. And it was literally like a beatdown. It was comical. And I haven't wow. I haven't played WoW in like 6-7 years. All right. Oh yeah, nowadays I think it's level 10, right? To get a mount. I remember having to do the paladin quest in the old days, you know, to get your mount, and it was pretty much, you know, you'd have to go collect each piece, and some of the pieces were in some pretty hard dungeons, and you'd have to get some guild mates together that knew exactly what was going on, otherwise you'd get destroyed. Oh yeah. Yeah, she liked this doing this delve too, so we'll go there. Oh, there we go. There goes the ankle just popped, so. I think last time I logged into World of Warcraft, I think I had like 15 million gold. So it was pretty crazy. So when I first started playing, it was like pop a bottle of champagne when you got your first gold piece, you know. Oh yes. Yep. I remember that. Well, it's like the paladin mount. You had to go collect its armor. You had to go collect its the what do they call it? The bit that goes into its mouth and stuff like that. You know, the saddle and stuff. Now they just give it to you. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that axe that you could get in Ice Crown? That you would have to get all the pieces that were left over from Frostmourne. Thank you for the follow. And then then you would have to get Serenite. You know, then you have to get the blood from the two guys in Ice Crown Citadel, the two big ugly guys, and then it reforges itself into an axe. Cool looking axe, but at the same time it was hard to get. Because you need pieces from the boss, and then you needed blood from Stinky and stuff like that. Yep, did that too. Oh, then there was the the red dragon mount also from the dragon shrine. I forget what that raid's called, but yeah, the dragon mount drops. Ah, yes.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Oh, then you had Nax, you know, Naxxramas with the plague doctor, where you have to do the dance just right, otherwise you'd end up, you know, doing a face plant. And if you had any latency on your internet, your good is gone.
I guess this is a fight now. Keep them on the back foot.
Burning Crusade was good too. Yeah, they are tonight.
Should have joined the
They're
boys'
supposedly where I'm at. We're supposed to be able to see them as long as the cloud cover stays away. Yeah, Burning Crusade was good too.
I really don't like your odds. This should help.
You know, and then nowadays with World of Warcraft, it's just become such a cash shop, and you know, easy. Then you got to grind for everything again. Every time an expansion comes out, it's like, yeah, no thanks.
Is that the last of them? Oh, thank Beck.
No, we'll take the radishes, the beets. Ow! Brood War, huh? That's an old one. StarCraft Brood War, right? Well, you know, all these things,
Want to hurt you, but now I'm going.
all these games take up your time, man. You know?
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
You know, kind of made for people that are retired or and single. You know, people that are like antisocial, prefer the safety of their house. I'm back at the beginning. I pulled a Sue. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Didn't they redo StarCraft, updated it and stuff like that, remastered it or something like that?
Like that.
I don't remember. I was never really into it. Oh, wow. Did you get it? Did you buy it? If so, how does it look? Wow. HD and everything, huh? No way. Wow. I already cleaned out this area. So do you still hook up with your old buds and go at it, or Ooh. True, true, true. Death Race. Death Race 2000 with Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, stick with me.
Is it the original, like, 1970s Death Race, or is it
Well,
a remake?
maybe they should try that.
Or is it a series? Oh. I thought you were talking about the one that was made back like in the 70s and 80s when Sylvester Stallone was like young and stuff, you know? Now, hopefully it'll be clear tonight and I can see those, because I saw on the Weather Channel that the aurora borealis should be able to see them from my house if it's clear. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah, it seems like they're doing a lot of remakes on movies, on a lot of classics. Yeah. No, we're getting there. We are getting there. We are definitely getting sleepy. But, oh gosh, I got a funny story for you guys. So, Sue and I were playing ESO. We both just got ourselves fully decked out in top end gear and everything like that. We're like, yeah, let's go try this dungeon. We can do this. We can 2-man this. I'll be on my tank, and you know, she's my healer. She's like, no problem. So we got through the first 2 bosses, no problem. Third boss, it just obliterated us because he had to have a full group because there were mechanisms that needed to be activated by each party member in order to counter what the boss was doing. So we tried it a couple of times and we're just like, we won't do this one again. It was just like, guess we got humbled that night. And so the next night, I'm like, let's go try that dungeon again. And she was like, oh, hell no. She's like, feel free. It's like, I'm going to go play my tribute game. So, yeah. Good times, good times. All right. Well, thank you for the follow. Appreciate everybody. So, let's see. I have to remember. No. Is it this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's this one that she liked to do a lot too because it was easy. So we'll go to Western Skyrim. And this will be the final one for the evening. Yep, this is it.
I hope we find more than trouble here.
You know we're gonna find trouble, Miri. That's like my middle name. Alright, so we would run this one all the time. And, you know, if we had dailies in here. So we would basically come across, come down, collect the item here, drop down here, and come back up. So this is going to be our last one for the evening because it's starting to get dark out. And hopefully I can see some of the Aurora Borealis. And have a little bit of an evening left too. But yeah, we would speed run this. You know, just
It's a fight metal.
beat the guy down with my staff. That's what we do. Yeah, we would come through here. And of course she'd be stopping to loot everything. So. Oh, where'd you guys come from? Yep, this is a typical Sioux run. Uh-huh. Yep. Everything will be coming out after us. Alright, I guess we better help this guy. Looks like he's gonna get pounded here. Help the damsel in distress. And Sue would always just say, "You're just helping her because she's cute." I'm good. Well, you know. Nothing wrong with that. All right. This way. Oh, is Mary stuck? Come on, Mary.
Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
So. And that is it for him. And you can always tell that these are not run very often because it's a full dungeon of NPCs, of ads, you know, that we're clearing at the moment. Basically, nobody's really doing Western Skyrim anymore.
Really don't like your odds.
You know, it's an older expansion back, so it just is what it is. Ah, here's the boss. Get our electrical buff on. Dot.
I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
Why would you be worried, Mary? Oh. Oh, she's 1252. Yeah, she can handle him, no problem. Of course, I probably just screwed up her quest. She's gonna have to wait for him to respawn.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Right? Me too. I like to think I'm agreeable too, and, you know. not have any issues. But you never know these days. You know, people are so finicky. Good way of putting that. Yeah, that leap didn't work out so well, did it?
I hope you're watching.
Oh, where'd he come from? So, yeah. Ooh. Nice.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Double tap. For a minute there, it sounded like it was raining outside. If that's the case, no Aurora Borealis or sitting outside and having another beer. Haha, miss me. Now you're going to eat some dark crystal. Goodbye. Game over for them. Alright, did I get everything done today? Yes, I did. Weekly's done. Nice. So, exits over here. All right. So we're gonna go back to our way shrine. You get the rune stone.
Can never have enough of that.
So with the dynamic weather inside of the Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of the times you'll actually see a clear star night, and they'll actually put the Aurora Borealis in the game too. So appreciate the follow, thank you. But we're gonna go ahead and head back to Blackwood and Park Norelia. So,
I can't wait to take a load off at the inn.
right? I know what I'm going to do when I finish streaming tonight. I'm going to upload the VOD to YouTube, and then after that, I am going to have myself another beer and sit out on my little porch and see if I can see the Aurora Borealis tonight. That's my plan here. So, I'm going to park her right here, and that is going to be it for tonight. I appreciate everybody that came out, and you know, everybody that decided to chat, my people that like to lurk and just watch, and people that just stopped in for a few. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming out and watching me play Elder Scrolls Online and go through some of my fun times that I have with my dear friend Sue that's passed away, and kind of go through them again. It's helped to bring closure to this, and you know, appreciate it. And I gotta say, is if you have missed, if someone has passed, please go talk to somebody. Don't keep it bottled up. Very important. So I appreciate everybody that's came out, everybody that I was able to share these good memories with. I appreciate you all. So that is going to be a wrap, my friends, and I will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and we'll be in Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow night on Reyna, and we'll be doing some blasting. So hope everybody has a great night, and if you can catch the Aurora Borealis, please do. And that is a wrap.